Today we're going to bleed the clutch on this Honda Goldwing Trike. It's a 2012 model, and I'm going to try and walk you through the process a little bit. Stay tuned. The first thing that you're going to have to do is remove this plastic piece here to expose the bleeder, and then it's behind a couple of other things back there. But you'll have to remove this screw and this one here, and then these. Where am I? I can't see them at the. Oh, these little clips. Right here. These little clips right here, they pull out and that releases that. You'll also have to remove that screw right there. And it's the same on the other side. Let's go look at it. So you've got that screw down there and the same ones over here. If I can see, there we go. That one there and that one there. This stuff, this stays here. All right, well, I'll get that thing off. Hang on a second. Remove this piece from the front of the motorcycle. That covers that whole area there. See the other side. We've also put a tire on this, so there's a lot of other plastics that have to come off for that. But where do we bleed this clutch? You're going to have to access the bleeder, which is behind this canister here. So this bolt here will have to be removed, and this bolt here will have to be removed. There's a couple of zip ties here, but there's no need to cut them. They're removable. Just pull up on this tab and you'll be able to slide it out. Unless someone has replaced those, unless they cut them and they put a different style on, there's no need for that. Now, I won't be able to hold the phone and do that work at the same time, so I'll have to come back when I have that loosened up. Hang on. Okay, so I got that canister out of there, and you can see there's a bolt here and a bolt here. You can probably take this one out here, but that one, it hits the engine. Let's see, that one there. It hits the engine, so you can just leave it in there. It's not going to be in the way, but you have to lift up that wire, and you'll have to push this little hose down. And I don't know if you can see in there or not. It's really kind of tough to see, but it's right there. That's where the bleeder is, right there. Hey, let me get a flashlight. Hang on a second. Okay, let's see here. All right. There, you can, let's move the camera there. Okay, you can see it right there. That, well, let me see if I'll hold that. Right there. That's the bleeder right there. Little rubber boot on there. So we'll remove that. And there you go. You can see it now, right? So that is a 10 millimeter. Get my flashlight back in there. That's a 10 millimeter. So I'll loosen that up and then get a hose on there. Now I've got a vacuum bleeder, so it's pretty easy. It's run by compressed air. They also have one-way valves that you can put in a hose, and that will just allow you to pump fluid right through it until it comes out clear, and then you're all set. There's no air in there. But I'm going to use a vacuum system here. I'll show you what that is. Hang on a second. Ooh. This thing right here. So I'll hook up this hose, and then you'll probably hear it. That'll draw a suction through that hose, and then you just have to pay attention that the reservoir doesn't end up emptying out. Now I've already sucked out the fluid that was in there, so it's a little bit clearer, but still kind of mixed. I've added some in there. I used that same vacuum bleeder to suck it out like a little vacuum. there's another hose that comes with that. But I won't be able to film that whole process because I can't hold it, and this thing's on the floor, so I can't hold the phone, and I don't have anything good to hold it for me so you could see that. So let me see if I can find something. Hang on. Well, I've got this set up, and you can't really see it, but maybe I'll leave that there. I'm going to check it out. So, first things first, we'll crack that bleeder. Make sure that we can get it loose. Yep, that was pretty good. Now, hopefully I don't have to take this bracket off, but it looks like I might have to. I don't want to. Yeah, well, see if I can get that hose up in there. If I can get it on there. Well, it made it. I don't know if it's going to stay there or not. I might be. No, that did not stay there. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna remove this bracket here. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then we'll go from there. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Get this. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I can get this off of here. Okay. So where are we at here? Okay, so this bracket right here, it's now not allowing me to put the hose on that bleeder. So I'm gonna remove that altogether, probably, or take one bolt out and see if I can move it just a little bit. All right, hang on. Okay, those bolts on that little bracket are going to be 8mm, and I've just got this. It's actually one of my favorites. It's a snap-on nut driver, but there's a hole in the end, so you can put this ratchet in here. They're really cool. So let me see if I can get that out. I don't know if you can see that or not. That wheel's kind of in the way. Maybe that'll work. The struggle is real with the camera, folks. I don't want to have it in my way, but okay. There's one. And like I've said before, always a magnet tray, because I will lose that. Okay. Well, that one is a different size. That one's a different size. I would say probably a 10mm, it looks like. Let me check that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So one is an 8mm and one is a 10mm. And okay, see if we can loosen that one up. There we go. That wasn't that difficult. And we'll see if we can get it out of there, though. Okay. Oh, I've done it now. I've lost it. There we go. There's a little clip here, a little hanger for the wire, and a hose, and then the bolt. So we'll put those in the magnet tray too. All right, let's see if that'll move now. Nope. Oh, there's a, okay, that goes there. That holds that, and I believe there's one more. And there is. There's one more hiding behind there. So if you move that down just a little bit now. I am going to remove that other one. Let's see here. I still can't get a good a good hold on that. So I'm going to remove this other bolt and try and get that bracket right out of there. Get it right out of the way, I think. There we go. That one's an 8mm as well. There we go. Now, let's see. Let's see. Get this out of here. Oh, that's going to work good. Okay. Take the time, right? So, I'll give you another shot at that actually. Here, hang on a second. Okay. I've gotten more stuff out of the way, and you got a really good look at that now. Where's my flashlight here? Well, the flashlight's not working. Let's see if I can get closer. There you go. The flashlight has died, so we'll just get in there close. You got a really good look at it now, though. I got a lot of things out of the way, so we've got a straight shot to that now. There we go. I'll be able to get that. Hang on a second. There we go. We've got that right on there. We'll try that again. Hang on. Okay, now that's making a little bit of noise because of the vacuum, but you should, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but you'll see, or you should see some fluid start to come through there. I don't know, can you see that? Now I'm going to go slow and I'm going to shut that off so that I can check the reservoir to make sure that it's not emptying out on me. Here, we'll go look at it. See, that's gone down from before. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more fluid before I continue, because I'm on the other side of the bike and I don't want to take any chances on that sucking air through there. So hang on a second and we'll get some more. Okay. Now this is DOT4 brake fluid, and I'm going to fill it up more than it needs to be because I'm going to be taking some out. So that's way over full. But we don't, like I said, we don't want to have any air in that system. So hang on. All right, let's do that again. And what I'm looking for is to see that come out clear. It's probably kind of hard to tell on the camera because this hose isn't exactly clear. But I work with this all the time, so there goes more. I don't know if you can see that or not. I hope you can. A bit of air in there. I'm going to close that off. Let's go check that again. No, it didn't take out that much, but it's right down to probably the level that it needs to be. So we're just going to continue to do that, and I'll come back when that's done. Okay, so we're done. We're going to add a little bit more fluid in there up to that line. You can see on the outer, they've got a lower level here. You'll be able to see through the bubble. Let me back that up. But then you've got to put everything back together. Make sure that everything's clean. Now, I didn't show you that when I was taking it apart, but this is very important. This has to go into that reservoir first before you put the cap on. You've got the rubber gasket, plastic, the rubber gasket there, the plastic cap, and then the cap that screws down. Now, you want to make sure that all that is clean. It has to be clean. If you've got dirty hands like I do, well, put some gloves on or wash your hands. I'm out of gloves at the moment, or I'd be wearing them. Nah, that's not true. I never wear the gloves. I do when I'm doing really greasy things, and then the rest of the time I look like this. Ask my wife. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. I'm going to put this all back together, and it's pretty much pretty self-explanatory. We took it apart. You could just reverse, what we did, and you'll be good to go. So I hope that helps out. It's a little bit more explanation than some other folks. And there's a picture of the rest of the front of the bike. So, well, I'm going to button this up. I hope everyone has a great day. And as always, ride your bike.